Okay. Hi, everyone. To everyone who is out there watching today, thank you and welcome once again to my channel. Today, I want to talk about a couple of things. First, if you notice, I am not moving around as much. Over the weekend, I did watch the few videos that I have thus far posted. And in watching them, I realized, I was doing a lot of, just a lot of moving around. So not sure, how that goes for the viewer. I guess I am a pretty animated person, especially when I'm talking. So, a lot of gestures and movement. But at the same time, I also do watch a lot of YouTube videos along the lines of people with similar type of videos. And so I, notice no one is bouncing all it's like I am. So I actually watched a video yesterday. I forgot Shane, that's the person's name. And he was talking about, actually, no, it wasn't Shane. Oh, God, this is so bad. All right, I'm going to get the guy's name and mention him the next time because I, did learn a lot from him. He mentioned that even if you learn 1% something from your previous video, then, that is great because he was saying, by the time you post 100 videos, even if you learn something new on just one of them, and 1%, then that's 100% over 100 videos. So one of the things that I learned, and that was merely by sitting, and I had a little bit of time yesterday evening, and so I sat and decided to watch the videos and critique myself, so to speak. And one of the things I picked up on was, just a lot of too much movement, I guess. So trying to be a little bit more, I guess you could call it in the frame. I'm still learning a lot. All of this is very new to me. So that's that aspect. So that, I guess you could call that 1% growth in my journey in my YouTube channel. All right. Secondly, I have a selfie stick thing. Now, I can't show it to you because the phone is on the stick, but so far I'm impressed. I'm pleased. My phone is inside of the hook thingy, my microphone receiver thing is plugged in. I have my microphone on. I tested the volume. Everybody is, God willing, fully functional. So we'll see how it goes. What else? I wanted to also mention a couple of videos. I did mention one of them. I do have to get that guy's name. But another one that I have been watching a lot recently is Rob the Maritimer. I said that correctly. I'm so sorry. Okay. And I love how genuine and natural he comes across because, basically he is, just being himself. And I also wanted to say that for me, after having watched, so many different YouTube videos, so many different styles, and, everyone has their own way of doing things, I am now, I guess you could say, finding myself on YouTube, finding myself, period. It's a journey. And so I honestly cannot say that I have a specific niche. I hear this word niche a lot. I hope I'm saying that one right. Niche or niche. But for me, I'll be honest, I am absolutely enjoying and loving this whole process just from day one. For those of you who have watched the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I believe it's 5 or 6 videos so far that I've posted, and I did all of those, believe it or not, within a 1 week span. Today's Monday, and I want to say that this one is the first one after the 4 or 5. I want to call them beginners videos because there was a lot going on in all of them, as far as setting up microphones not working or not being on, volume not being on in an entire video that I recorded that I was so proud of. It was like 20 something minutes long. And so, talking about that video, actually, one of the things that I had mentioned on that specific video, actually 2 things I had mentioned. One of them is I would like to say that thank you, YouTube, for providing this opportunity to people all over the world, hundreds, thousands, millions, to have a voice, to speak, to express themselves, to come on, just be themselves, talk about whatever. And for me personally, I almost want to say it's therapeutic. I look forward to it. It gives me purpose. It's exciting and fun. I really enjoy doing it. And at present, I apologize to whoever may be watching. Talking about that, I actually received a comment, my very first, well, only comment so far, but I want to say thank you so much to Samantha, I believe, who posted the comment. And it was so sweet that someone actually commented, on my video. And I just want to say thank you to Samantha for commenting. And you made me laugh. Samantha said, what the flip is she saying? And I can 100% agree with you, Samantha. Sometimes I'm wondering what the flip I'm saying. But yes, I am hoping that as I go along, it will become a little bit more clearer what the flip I'm saying. Because in that one video, like I said, I did not even realize that there was no volume. But because I had, I enjoyed making it, I had spent time doing it, and I'm one of those kind of out of the box kind of crazy people that I'm like, you know what? I made the video, I'm posting it, volume or not. But there was a silver lining that came out of that, which was that I learned how to make a thumbnail. And I went into Canva and I made a thumbnail specifically for that video that didn't have any volume. Before that, the other 1, 2, 3, I believe about 4 of them, 4 videos of mine that I had posted did not have any thumbnails. So I believe by default, YouTube, just picks a scene out of your video. So it's just, me on the, I guess you could call it thumbnail, for lack of a better phrase. But for that one, I wanted to say something on the screen. I wanted to create something to let the viewer know before they even click on it, what was, going to be the theme of the video. No, well, not the theme, but what was going on in the video. I should have said not going on in the video, which is no volume. So I went in Canva, and I have to say the process was pretty simple and straightforward, especially for a person like me who is not tech savvy at all. And I made a thumbnail. And so on the thumbnail, I'm sure you guys have seen, I believe I wrote take 2 or something like that, or I can't remember exactly, but it was something along the lines of, I actually made an entire video with no volume, with the emoji with the laughing crazy face. so there is truth to the fact that every cloud has a silver lining, and for me, the silver lining on that failed effort, where I had no clue until after I had posted the video on YouTube, and when I watched it back, I think a couple of days later or a day later, I'm like, oh no, there's no volume. So Samantha, you are right. What the flip was I saying? Nobody knows. But I do remember a couple of the important things that I did say on that video. And that's why I want to repeat and say them again, since no one heard anything in that last video. And that is, of course, first of all, thank you to YouTube for providing us this platform to be ourselves and to be creative and, just put ourselves out there at no matter what age. I am 56 years old, and I have never done anything like this in my entire life. And actually, if someone had said to me, even I would say just as close as maybe a year ago, that I would be doing something like this, I would have laughed my head off and said, yeah, right, no way. But, life is funny. Well, I don't even want to say funny. Life is quite the journey. And that's what my video is called, by the way. Our video, it's called Journeys, Me and My Hun. And in parentheses, we have Buble the cat sometimes. So our cat's name is Buble, and he is quite something. He is, let's see, how the best way I can describe him is very bougie, very posh, a little on the stuck-up side, if that is possible for a cat. Yep. He is like that. He's very specific in his wants and needs. And I'm sure you guys will get to see him, in videos here and there. I believe he's sleeping at the moment. So, but yeah, he is such an anomaly. He's so cute and fluffy in that kind of way, physicality-wise. And yet at the same time, there's an element of almost humanness. I'm sure, pet owners out there and pet lovers will know what I'm talking about. And he lights up our lives, and I'm sure he will for you guys too. So yeah, Buble the cat. So, and yes, you'll probably be wondering, you mean like Michael Bublé? So here's the story about that. He was never named after Michael Bublé. We never even thought of that. So the name came about, I should say. Initially, my daughter had named him Sushi. And I have a tendency to, we've had, different animals and pets throughout our lives. And at present it's Bublé. But we've had Bublé. He's over 2 years old now. And I have a tendency of never ever calling our pet by its original given name. So, and in any given day, I will say, oh, Tutti, or, just any name that comes across, just whatever, random. It doesn't even have to be a name or make any sense. And so I used to call him sometimes Booby. I know that's so bad. And then we started saying Bubbles, and then it turned into Bubbly, and then before we knew it, it was Boobly, and then out of that, it eventually turned into Buble. So that's his proper name, but he still gets called, a lot of different things. My Hun. As I said, our video is called Journeys, Me and My Hun, and Buble the cat sometimes. And my Hun, which is my husband, Carl, he calls him Bubbly. So, we all We all call him different things. But he is amazing. And yes, I think I've spoken enough about him. So let me continue. The second thing that I had spoken about in that volumeless video was I wanted to truly say thank you to all of you guys, how much ever, whoever has so far watch my videos or put up with them and will in future, whoever of you might watch it, watch any of my videos. I want to say a heartfelt from the bottom. Oh, I better not make something sounds on the microphone. But thank you guys, all of you, so very much for indulging me in this amazing opportunity to just be myself, to come on and say whatever. I like I said, I don't know. I don't want to sit and say, oh, I'll never have a niche or anything like that. Eventually, who knows? Maybe as time goes along, I might decide, oh, well, this is something that I love doing. I don't mean the YouTube thing, but let's say something in my life, and why not, talk about it or give advice or, whatever. But in the meantime, for right now, like I said, I'm very, very new at this. I literally just started last week. And I am sure that I will make a gazillion mistakes. And that's one of the things, again, that I love about that video with Rob the Maritimer. He's himself. And that is such an inspiration, to people like me, and I'm sure tons of others, to not be shy or concerned about making mistakes, or making a fool of yourself, which I'll do a lot of. But for me, at my age, when you get to this age, things that matter to younger people are not as important. Like I truly could give two hoots about what anyone is going to say or think. I am on here to two things. First and foremost, to be quite honest, I decided to do this with my hon because he retired recently, 2 years ago actually. And at that time, we were living in California. But before that, we were on the East Coast. And my husband, he's born and bred American. He lived pretty much in Pennsylvania all of his life. And I met him in Maryland. And another time I will, give you all our romantic story. But I say all of this to say that he retired in 2023. And, excuse me, we were in California, like I said. And California, I am a baker, semi-retired baker. My husband is fully retired. I absolutely love baking, cooking as well, but baking a lot too. I'm passionate about it actually. And we had a bakery in California. Well, I want to say we had started. We were doing from at home baked goods, and our bakery was called Squares Bakery LLC, and it took off. We were at that time living in a small one-bedroom apartment, and with a small kitchen. And we started off, to be quite honest, it was just something that I wanted to do because like I said, I'm passionate about it. I love baking, and I thought, why not? And so we started off with no kind of expectations or, like future wise. Like we were just, doing this. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed baking. We were doing it from home. And within a few weeks, it took off like crazy. I mean, to the point where we couldn't sustain it in our little home kitchen. We were trying to keep up. I was up till like 3, 4, sometimes 5 in the morning, if fulfilling orders. It was just me and my husband and Buble the cat, of course. He was there with us too. And we realized that we needed to do something, like expand something. And California is ridiculously expensive. I'm sure if there's anyone out there from California or has ever been to California, and this is in no way, I'm not trying to say anything bad about California. It's just facts. It's so expensive. And for example, the 1-bedroom, it was like, I think 600 and something square feet, 625 square foot apartment feet that we lived in California, in the Hollywood area, actually, was 18, 19, almost $2,000. In here, we're in Nevada, by the way. This apartment that we're in, it's 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, almost 1,100 square feet, and it is 1,790 something. And then with water, sewage, and trash, it'll come to about 1,840 something, 1,850 something, 1,860 something, depending. Because what they do is they prorate the water, whatever the consumption is, they split it evenly between all the tenants. So it varies, from month to month. But it never goes over our entire, rent, including water, trash, etc. Then 18 something, 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, balcony, of course, parking space, all of that. There's a gym, there's a pool, there's a hot tub, all of that, all the amenities, washer and dryer inside. So, it is so much cheaper here. But, I'll get into that another time. So I was saying bakery. And now, why did I bring up the bakery? Good. Oh dear, I lost my train of thoughts. By the way, this may happen a lot too, because like I said, I'm 56. Not only am I 56, but for you women out there who know about brain fog, it's a very real thing. I mean, I had heard the term brain fog, in my younger years. Like, what the heck? What are they even? Like, come on, it can't possibly, people can't possibly just be that muddled and confused just because of a few little hormones and, forget things and all that kind of stuff. Well, let me tell you, for anyone who hasn't reached this stage yet, it is real. It is very real, this brain fog thing. And yeah, anyways, I don't even want to bore you guys with that right now. We'll probably take that up another time. And I have, by the way, completely forgotten why I bought up the bakery. I'm sure it'll come back to me at some point and we will take that back up. But I believe the last thing I remember speaking about was the fact that I wanted to say thank you to everyone, especially Samantha that commented. What the flip is she saying? Yeah, here's proof. What the flip is she saying now? But yeah, I'm not trying to sell anyone anything, at least not at present. I am, of course, it's wonderful and touching, when I see a comment, well, I've had one comment so far, which really, I still am, like, I'm so excited about it. I was like, yay, I got a comment. Someone commented. So that's wonderful. And outside of that, every time I see, like, whether it's like the initial videos, the first 4 or 5, which don't even have a thumbnail, and I am a hot mess because I'm trying to figure out how to keep my phone from falling. I didn't have this lovely selfie stick yet that I got from Amazon for, I think it was like 13 or 14 bucks. I was trying to, at one point, actually connect the microphone and the receiver on the phone with the instruction booklet while I was recording to maybe help someone, but that didn't work out too well. So I ended up doing it off camera, and then that didn't work out very well either because I ended up doing a whole video with no volume at all. Anyhow, so excuse me, I genuinely appreciate you guys. Whoever is watching out there, thank you. I appreciate you. And for me, like I said, at this point in my life and at this age especially, this is just something so um, what's the word I'm thinking? Predictable. Like, I did not expect that I would ever be doing this. Like, not in a million years. And now that I am, like I said, I really, really, really look forward to it. For me, and I've watched a lot of videos, and I do hear people saying, and I don't know if later on down the line that could change. Life is, changes constantly, our journeys. But for me, I hear that it's hard for people, to make X amount of videos, per week or month or whatever. And I can understand, some of the videos I've seen, they're very, oh my goodness, elaborate and fancy and tech savvy. And I mean, these people know what they're doing. So for me, as you can see, there is no editing. I don't know how. Maybe somewhere down the line, 50 videos down, I might think about that. But I basically am clipping my thingy on, putting the receiver on the phone, pressing the video thing, and there I am. So that's what I'm doing. And again, like I said, I don't know if any of you guys can relate to this. If you do, please. I see people say this, doing this, so I learned this from you too. They go, drop a comment below. So yeah, that's the first time I've said that. Please feel free to drop a comment below. And I will say this much to you guys, as far as dropping comments go, that I am not one of those people. This is going to sound bad, but being myself, I'm going to be myself, and I'm going to say this, that I'm not going to be one of those people that is concerned or is going to care too much about any mean or bad or horrible comments. That doesn't mean that I'm saying, yay, go ahead and have at it. I mean, you can if you want to. But I have been through so much. Like, I can't, I feel like I'll probably eventually, bit by bit share my story. But the stuff that I have experienced in life and survived, and I'm still standing, like, really, truly, when I, on YouTube videos, I hear people talk about these, comments or bad comments or mean comments, or somebody said this, or I'm like, okay. Yeah. So, I truly appreciate all the comments. And I thank you for watching. I do also want to share with you guys that, in case you're wondering, I believe in one of my very earlier videos, I did mention what this video is kind of going to be about. The title kind of says it, Journeys, Me and My Hun, and Buble the Cat, Sometimes. So, oh yes, now I remember. I started talking about retirement and how all of this came about. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, yeah, we were living in California, bakery, all that. Anyhow, long story short, some events happened in our lives. My daughter moved to Nevada. We came up here to, make sure she was safe, help her get settled, et cetera, et cetera. And I will, do this full story properly another time, because looking at it and the time, and it's already 29 minutes. So I don't even know if it's, long, how long, short, whatever. I'm just talking, whatever. And so like I said, circumstances, life had happened. We came over here, fell in love with Nevada. It's so beautiful. It's clean. The people are lovely, very down to earth. It's so much more affordable than in California. And of course, Nevada doesn't have state income tax, especially for retirees. That's yay. So here we are. And we've been here, just 5 not even quite 6 months yet, I believe. Yeah. But I was saying all of that to say that all of this came about because my husband and I are planning on leaving the United States, I guess you could say, and doing slow traveling around the world. And we're killing kind of 2 to 3 birds with one stone. Nobody's killing any birds, but you know what I mean. Just saying. The one thing we're realizing, with retirement is that the retirement funds, even with Social Security, are just going to stretch so far. I'm sure there are, many of you out there that can relate to that. And so we came up with this idea that why not? And this actually came about from me watching YouTube videos of other, whether they're called expats or slow travelers or retired travelers, or, there's so many different terms, but I became quite interested and then eventually fascinated with the concept and the idea, especially when you see the quality of life and the affordability. For example, something as simple as a massage. I have never had a massage in my entire life. And if I were to have one here in the United States, it would probably be like a treat, like a very special, maybe a Christmas or birthday or anniversary treat kind of thing, like once, kind of situation. Overseas, you can have that, I call it luxury, for like $5, a full body, hour-long massage. And at our age, one of the other things that my husband and I are, being more conscious and aware of and thinking about more is longevity and good health and being mobile and active and, having a good, healthy quality of lifestyle. And yeah, a massage would be great. It would help towards that actually on a, regular basis, especially that cheap. So all of that came about after we moved here to Nevada. And, I was watching initially a couple of videos here and there in my spare time. And yeah, I got really, really fascinated and interested in the concept of slow travel. And I thought, hey, my husband is retired. I'm a semi-retired baker. And in one of my, future videos, I will share with you guys our story, and especially, the bakery side of things and what happened and all of that. But suffice to say for now that this journey will actually, okay, let's take out the kill the many birds with the stones. Let's go with solve a couple of scenarios for us as retirees. So, number one, we will be able to travel the world and see the world, which is what retirees, they do, and we would love to, see different places in the world. But also, I've also heard this term or these terms from these videos. There's something called go-go years. Then there is slow-go years. And then we have no-go years. We're not having no-go years, okay? Just the go-go and the slow-go. So this is the, sorry, that was a pigeon. I can maybe show you guys. We have a tree out here. You probably might not be able to see it, but there's one of the pigeons. And they land on this tree. And I am not sure who told me to move that stick? Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So this tree right outside our bedroom window, well, one of the bedrooms, we have 2 bedrooms. Mm-hmm. It's some kind of a food thing because the pigeons, we're on the 3rd floor. This is the last floor. It's like older Spanish style kind of building complex, apartment complex. And this tree here, the pigeons love whatever is on it. And they will be just hanging out above us, cuckooing. And then they will just all flutter and land and perch. I mean, this tree, the branches are not like, like trunks or sturdy. They're like thin, wispy little branches with these, whatever that is. I need to find out actually from our leasing office what exactly is this tree and what is attracting these pigeons. But they love it. And our cat Buble, well, he goes berserk because he's convinced that he is definitely going to capture these birds and devour them. No, I did not just say that. Okay. So anyhow, back to the slow go and the no go. So we are going to resolve a few things. Number one, travel slowly. Not like a couple of days here and a couple of days there, and just a vacation a couple of times a year, but actually the slow travel thing, where that was another fidget. We get to truly experience the lifestyle and the culture of, specific cities and states, countries, etc., in different parts of the world for like a month at a time, maybe even a couple of months, depending on how much we like it. But the other object and the goal of this slow travel thing is to not only enjoy travel, but to do it affordably, very much more affordably, and to stretch the retirement savings. So we're going to take you guys along on our journey, hence the name Journeys. Me and my hon. Oh my goodness, another one just landed. And Buble the cat. Unfortunately, this is something I can't even talk about this right now, but Buble the cat will probably not be accompanying us overseas because our Buble is the type of cat that absolutely despises even a 2-minute car ride, never mind anything else. So not only is it not fair to him, but yeah, I think the stress would kill us. So my daughter is going to take him and keep him and love him and, give him all the affection and love and so on and so forth. And yeah, that's going to be a very emotional topic for us as we go along on our journeys, day by day. But that's the reality, for his well-being and his peace of mind as well. So yeah, I think I am going to end it here for now. 37 minutes and 38 minutes. And again, I want to say a heartfelt, from the bottom of our souls, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for clicking to my crazy videos. Thank you for indulging me in my ramblings and my yammerings. Oh, you guys have got to see. Wait. Okay, they flew away again. But yeah, I want to say, thank you. And please feel free to share any comments that you wish to with me. With me and my hon. I know I haven't introduced him yet, or Buble. They're the other two stars of this show. And, I'm sure that I don't have any plans, or I haven't made any plans, or, it'll just happen organically. And, you'll meet, you guys will meet them. In the meantime, please take care of yourselves. Be kind. I hope all is well with you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I probably did not impart too much or any wisdom or advice or anything helpful in this video, or so far all of my videos. But like I said, I don't really have a niche. At present, I am just thoroughly looking forward to this, enjoying it. It's therapeutic for me. So I'm just coming on, and as we go along, and as you know, I plan on, yes, uploading the plan, God willing, is at least. Oh, I noticed I started moving a lot again. All right, let's end it on a better note. I plan on, yes. As you know, it is journeys, so it is going to be our life story moving forward each day, one day at a time. Things like, for example, our lease here expires in March of next year, 2026. That's when we plan on officially taking off on our slow travel journey. But in the meantime, we will be sharing with you things like when we have our apartment moving sale, or downsizing, or packing to go overseas, which country we chose, what airline, how we are going to do all of this. And because we are not already overseas and then start, kind of telling you guys about it, we haven't started anything as yet, except like the mental, the plan, like this is what we want to do. So hopefully, God willing, in that, hopefully we can impart, however little, some sort of advice or help, even if is a little nugget here and there, that could be beneficial to someone that might be thinking about it. And I do want to say this, guys, that don't be afraid to do this. Life is short, and if we can do it, and we will, share with you our journey as we go along. Sure, it can be scary, but you got to take chances in life, and just go for it. It'll be all right. God willing, everything will be okay. And my hon and I will share with you our journey pretty much every day. I plan on posting videos at least 3 times a week, I would say 2 to 3 times, because like I said, for me, it's really therapeutic. It's enjoyable. I look forward to it. It gives me purpose, and so it's going to be like this. There's no niche. I'm not selling anything. I am not trying to, whatever. I just, love doing this. I want to share our journey with whoever is willing and interested in knowing us and our family and our journey, the good, the bad, the whatever. God willing, there's not much bad, hopefully. But yeah, and along the way, if it can help, even just one person or one family to give them the courage or the inspiration or the I don't know, the strength to take the step because they were thinking about it, or maybe they never have, and this encourages them, then yay. That would be great. That would mean that, yeah. Okay, all right, guys, so please take care. I am going to go and make a thumbnail on Canva for this video, and hopefully I'll have it uploaded before the sun sets, so which is probably in an hour. The light is going, as you guys can see. Let me see, this is our kind of complex. Lots of palm trees. There's the pigeons. I don't know if you can see. And I have a selfie stick. Yay! There's an airplane, Southwest. The airport is just, short there. The Las Vegas Strip is about 12 to 15 minutes down that way. My daughter lives down there that way, actually. And we're here in Henderson, in Nevada. And yeah, so it's gorgeous, it's beautiful, it's sunny, and we have our pigeon friends down there in the trees, pecking away and perching. I'm surprised Buble hasn't come out. Yeah, I'll have to show you guys him. You'll love him. He's so adorable. All right, folks. Everybody take care. Have a great Monday. And I will see you guys guys probably on Wednesday again. Yeah. Like I said, 3 times a week. So I'll probably, if I'm in, like I said, it might be more. Because I really do enjoy it. Just, talking like this to you guys. So take care, be safe, take care of one another, be healthy, take care of your health. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Bye.